What is up guys, JayFerGaming here, welcome back to my F1 2016 career mode. This is the Azerbaijani, European, whatever you want to call it, Grand Prix. If you're new to my channel, do remember to hit subscribe. Loads of career mode and other types of videos, but if you haven't already, do check out the last race, Canadian Grand Prix. It was wet. I go wet, everyone go wet. Oh, so many innuendos. It was fantastic. I do recommend you go check that one out. Definitely one of the best races, and yeah, what a drive, I've got to say. So in terms of this weekend, I knew Baku was going to be very tricky. The past two seasons not been so good, so I did make sure to put in a load of practice for this one because it was desperately needed. We're currently the 7th quickest car. We're getting close to another upgrade, so just want to reduce the chassis weight once again. But we could jump over Ferrari and Mercedes very quickly. I mean, trying to catch up to Toro Rosso Manor. I can't believe I'm really saying that. So yeah, if you haven't seen Canada, well, the results just been spoiled. We did win from P15, that was unbelievable. But if we check our past results from Baku, 14th and 12th, so not the best. So we could do with a vast improvement this weekend. Let's see how we do.
Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position can get underway.
So here we are into qualifying, and as I said before, I did put in quite a lot of practice. A lot of practice for me is like 10 laps, but I was feeling a lot more confident, and yeah, just the grip in this car. I know this car's got a lot of straight line speed, so I did put all the setup into the downforce, and I went for one lap at the end of the session. Risky, I know, but I did feel confident, so we're blasting through the long straight, and I hate this track so much. I still don't like it, I really don't, guys, and I'm never going to. It's just all about straight line speed down here and all the slipstream, but we'll come to the line. How have we done? And it's P6! Like, oh my god, 8/10 off pole. I thought that was an amazing lap. We definitely made up quite a lot of time in the middle sector compared to usual, and then using our straight line speed, so it's all good. We've out-qualified, I saw Rosberg, Vettel, Raikkonen, Hamilton's down in 15th. We've got a chance this weekend for some decent points. So, rain on race day, this should make things very interesting, and we're in a great position to pounce. I mean, in Canada we started 15th and 1. We could have a shot here, but it does depend on how wet the track is. I feel like if it was a fully dry race, we might struggle a little bit, but a bit of dampness turning into a dry track. So it's going to be interesting to see what does happen in terms of strategy and the weather. So we're building up to the European Grand Prix at Baku, 5 lights, and These really are delayed for a long time. Away we go. Can we get a good start? It's not too good compared to the guys ahead. Verline's got a fantastic getaway. We're struggling to get down on the power up the inside of Sainz. He doesn't give us too much room. And yes, we do get him up to P5. We're now solidly on our own, concentrating on the cars ahead. And the tricky track conditions, let's see how we do cope, but going up through the gears very, like a lot quicker than usual. That's a technique I've started using in the past few races, and it did pay off in Canada as cars ahead going for a move, but there's nothing happening too much. Really, our teammates up there in third, he had a great qualifying session. I mean, I get a great qualifying session, and then he just has to trump us, and we've gone a little bit wide there, just avoiding the wall, side by side with Sainz, just keeping ahead of Sainz. That could have been a very tricky moment. We nearly went into the wall there, so we just need to cut out the mistakes. And now, on to near the end of lap 2. We're on the back of our teammate, Hulkenberg, who's been overtaken by Verline. It looks like Hulkenberg doesn't really have the greatest of pace at the moment, so I don't know if that's a force injury or just him, but it looks like we should get the move done really here, because our straight line speed is so good. I mean, it's going to be against our teammates, so setup's going to come into it, but through this section, we just have fantastic speed, slipstream. And here we go, past Hulkenberg. It's an easy overtake, it really is. So that gets us up to P4. It's been a fantastic start. And this group at the front are breaking away, which is not really what we want, but we do make a bit of an amateur mistake here, letting Hulkenberg get into our slipstream, but he doesn't go for the move. And now let's see if we can close down Magnussen and Verline. But this was actually the battle for last. I mean, look at this at the back of the field. A Sauber goes into Kvyat, and it's game over for the Sauber. I don't know which one that is, but we'll see on board with Kvyat. It's the classic AI. I want to come into the pits, and I'm going to destroy anything in my way. The Sauber goes round, Kvyat goes round, and Kvyat puts the Sauber out of its misery and out of the race. And that brings out the safety car, just to throw something else into the equation. So, in terms of pitting, it makes no sense to pit at all under this safety car, really, unless the conditions change pretty dramatically. So it's going to bring the dry running forward a little bit, but we're getting ready for the restart. We don't want a tardy restart. We've had a couple of them this season, and it looks like we're going racing once again, and we've got a brilliant run this time. We just don't overtake before it goes green. We're getting Magnussen. Yes, we are up to P3. That's been a brilliant restart there from us. So we're going to look at Verline. No, we're not. We're going to hang behind him, see if we can do anything. Probably on the next straight, that's probably our best opportunity, the second DRS zone of this lap. And if we get a decent exit from this corner, you never know, we could actually take the lead. So do we get a good exit, decent traction there? And if we get in the slipstream, we could be looking pretty tidy. I mean, Verline with the Manor does have pretty good straight line speed, but it looks like we could be even better. Rich mix, and we're going for a bit of a dive bomb up the inside. Can we get the move done, avoiding all the walls? And we've done it. We're up to P2. I can't believe this. Our car in the wet seems to be performing very well here and Canada, and yeah, it's looking very good. I mean, coming to the end of lap 7, this has been a stellar lap from us because we're going to blast past the Red Bull here. Ricciardo doesn't have straight line speed at all. Red Bull, that's their only weakness at the moment. They just don't have the straight line speed. If they did, they'd probably have the best car in this career, and we set the fastest lap of the race just to top off a fantastic restart and a fantastic lap 7. So let's see if we can maintain the lead as the track does start to dry out. But Ricciardo stays close enough, especially in the middle sector. That's the strong one for the Red Bull. But we can see further proof that the Red Bull just doesn't have the straight line speed. He just can't get close enough to me, and that's us maintaining the lead. I mean, if we're in first and we have a couple of Red Bulls behind us, they're not going to be a major threat, really. Not a major threat. I mean, we're going side by side at the moment. It's the second DRS zone. I just don't get the traction out of turn 2, and it gives Ricciardo the opportunity to fight us, and we're still side by side through the section. We do have the inside line, but I think he has the better confidence, or more confidence under braking there. We give him a slight nudge just to defend our position. We are causing a little bit of a train. And we go for a switchback, a dive up the inside. We're going to give him enough room for his inside line, and that's fantastic racing from myself and Ricciardo. It's just like us last season. We did have some great races. He is the world champion after all, and I finished second last season, so the best two drivers from last season going at it. And yeah, once again, a great battle. We are starting to form a little bit of a trend with Magnussen, and I think it's Verline. I don't know where Hulkenberg is. He must have dropped off a little bit. Further proof that he just doesn't have the pace, but the track is definitely drying up at this moment, and it looks like it's close. It's very close to going on to dry tyres, and I thought, yeah, it probably is the time to go. And in terms of tyre wear, I knew tyre wear around here was quite high, so I've gone for the mediums, but I look around the pit lane, everyone's going on to the soft compound tyres, and I was thinking, no, have I performed a blunder here? Because that could hurt us later on in the race. We do have the effective race lead. 4 cars ahead of us, so yet to pit. Don't go into the wall there. So Raikkonen, our teammate, hasn't pit either, but let's see where they come out compared to us. But we need to make the most of this medium compound tyre and just try and pull away from Ricciardo behind us. Raikkonen struggling dramatically here on the inters. It was definitely time to switch over to the dry tyres, so we're going to go for a move here. Probably not in a major overtaking area, but yeah, make sure we don't crash or anything. Hopefully, actually, come through the castle section, Raikkonen. Ah, Kimi, you can hold up everyone. Give me a buffer that I deserve. I really do deserve it, don't I? But hopefully these medium compound tyres don't come back to bite me later on. But look at the Raikkonen. What? This is brilliant. Thank you. You're holding up everyone so nicely for me. And the cars ahead, Bottas, Verstappen, and my teammate, I think. And Kimi Raikkonen's out the race. What's actually happened to him? We've got a virtual safety car, so we'll see what happened to Kimi. So obviously the Red Bull gets a much better run, and I think he's just understeered into the wall there. Game over for him. And the Toro Rosso behind him has done the same thing. That's incredible. I haven't really seen that. Memory brings me back to, I think it was Monaco 2007 at Casino, where I think Coulthard went into the wall and the Toro Rosso of Liuzzi went pretty much into the back of him, just followed him. This is so reminiscent, and they're both out the race, intermediate tyres. Yeah, great choice, wasn't it? But so the VSC is out, but obviously I'm not going to pit, I've just pit. But look into the pits, there's cars into the pits, and I was thinking, this Delta. I've got to beat the Delta, but beat the cars out the pits, so I was taking a bit of a risk here with the Delta. And you can see just that Hulkenberg, this has helped Hulkenberg, Verstappen and Bottas so much. And now it's a Force India 1-2. Well, Nico Hulkenberg was in the prime position to win this race, really, as the VSC has ended. He's on the soft compound tyres, he's jumped, I think, about 4 positions, and now he's just behind me, so he's going to be my first threat. But just behind him was the 2 Red Bulls and a Renault going side by side. 3 wide into turn 3, I think it is. It's not going to work, and the Renault's round. Red Bull in the wall, but the Renault is round, and he's blocked the track there for Verline. And it actually continues. This is about 20 seconds later. He caused a huge pile up. The AI just don't know how to react in these situations. I mean, they're dumb in some situations, and they're just absolutely mental in situations like this. This has taken out like half the field, like slowed them down quite a bit. But now, to the end of lap 14, my teammate Hulkenberg, does he have the straight line speed? I don't actually know if DRS has been enabled. We'll probably see in a second. We set the fastest lap of the race. I'm not sure how that's happened, as Hulkenberg overtakes us. Ricciardo actually takes it off us. And yeah, so this could be a very defensive drive, because obviously we don't have the right compound on compared to the other cars. If we can keep them behind us for now, it might pay dividend later on in the race. Hopefully we can make their tyres go off. But Hulkenberg's going for it once again, side by side. VJ Malia is he's gonna have his head in his hands watching this. He does not want to see us battling this hard. Still side by side. We're not making contact though. It is great racing between the 2 teammates, and we just keep it ahead of him. But yeah, as I said before, there could be a lot of defensive driving coming up. Let's see if Hulkenberg can go for it once again. He obviously does have much better straight line speed than the Red Bulls, proof with my car as well, but I think I have a better setup in terms of straight line speed, so he does go for it. Does he have? Yes, he does have DRS. That makes sense, and we're going to defend by chucking it up the inside once again, locking up a little bit. Once again, not making contact. Very close racing between the 2 teammates, and this is the best racing we've had between us, because usually, like mainly this season, he's been too far ahead of us for us to battle, really. But looks like he's going to get the run here, especially with DRS. Can we use the slipstream to fight back at all? Hamilton's miles behind. Let's get his name off the screen, but we try and go up the inside. We make contact. I've hit the wall. Oh, we don't have damage. That could have been game over. Oh, that was so tantalizingly close to the end of the race there. We gave Hulkenberg a nudge. It was a bit of an optimistic move to fight back there, but yeah, there's no point why fight back in the middle sector when you can just blast past like that? Really, if I fall behind a driver, I just need to stay within a second, get DRS, and I will blast past them every single time. This car is just so quick. And if we look behind us, it is now a battle of Red Bull versus Force India. I just can't believe we're battling this closely with a team like Red Bull already. I mean, we have the 7th quickest car, and we're fighting the 2nd quickest car in Red Bull. I just can't believe it's happening. But yeah, I was just making sure that the Red Bulls were behind me. Like, if I had a wall of Red Bulls behind me and blocking Hulkenberg, that's perfect, because I know I have the straight line speed advantage over them. But Ricciardo gets through here. It's the traction from turn 2, I just can't get it. They get DRS, they have an opportunity, but we're trying to defend here. Ricciardo's got the inside line, so we should get the move done here. He does indeed, but again, as I said before, just stay close enough and I'll blast past him. Proof in the pudding. It's coming up. See, we are close enough. We have a great run through that. We've hit the wall as well. We need to stop hitting the wall, otherwise it's going to be game over for us. See you, Daniel. World champion, but you can't keep this quick car behind. And there, this is exactly what I'm talking about. 2 Red Bulls side by side, blocking Hulkenberg. This is exactly what I need. So with 6 laps to go, if we can just keep this going, we have a shot to win the race, which is incredible considering my look at Baku in the past couple of seasons. Hulkenberg's out of control here on board, and he's just nudged Ricciardo out the way. That is one way to take out one of your rivals. So Hulkenberg's out of control, Ricciardo has nowhere to go, and he goes straight into the wall. So that effectively rules Ricciardo out of this battle. So now it's a 2 Force Indias versus Max Verstappen, who I can't remember. Is he leading the championship standings? He's right up there. And Verstappen's going for the move here. We're going to squeeze him to the inside so he doesn't have a great run, but we're going to go 3 wide here. Hulkenberg's gone for it. We can't outbrake anyone here. There's nowhere to go. Just want to see if they make any contact or anything. We're just looking for the gaps to see if we can take back any of these positions. Looks like Hulkenberg's going to be stuck to the outside. We've got a better run here, so we've got the inside line, and we're going to go for a dive bomb on Verstappen as well to try and retake the lead. Side by side through here, throwing it up the inside, outside, better traction, and we've done it. A brilliant double overtake there. So we lost 2 positions and we gained them in a matter of corners. Brilliant racing between the 3 of us. You can just see the replay here. Enough room there. Verstappen does go for a bit of a corner cut, but we do continue with 3 laps to go. Can we keep these 2 cars on soft compound tyres behind us? Because I think making the decision to go on the mediums was very conservative and definitely a mistake. But once again, we're going 3 wide, but this time into turn 1. We're going to try and fight it out here, making minor contact, but nothing too bad. It looks like Hulkenberg's going to take the lead here. He does indeed, and we actually skip to the final lap now. Hulkenberg, he just pulled away, and yeah, I think we actually dropped out the 1 second window for DRS, and now it looks like me and Verstappen are going to be fighting over P2, but at this point I knew, just stay close enough to Max in the final sector and we will beat him. We've done it in the past 2 seasons. First season we took down our rival Grosjean. Last season we took down our teammate Julian Palmer. Let's see if we can get second position back from Verstappen. Could we get Hulkenberg? No, probably not. We're probably a bit too far back, but hey, I'm gutted that I won't be winning this race, but to take this position, which I think we all know at this moment is going to happen. Look at the straight line speed, rich mix, slipstream, DRS, everything, the weather, I don't know what I'm rambling on about right now, but we're going to come home for P2, a brilliant race there, fantastic race for Force India. We take our first 1-2 in Formula 1, and I don't think they'd have got a 1-2 in the first 2 seasons, but it's Hulkenberg taking his second victory of the season. I'd take my second podium, and it's just a fantastic race for us. I don't mind so much the Hulkenberg's one. It's just great to be on the podium. Fantastic result for us, and that means we've taken 43 points in the past 2 races, which is brilliant for our championship and to keep us in the team. I mean, we were under threat from getting sacked, I reckon. So here's the result. 8/10 away from my teammate, bit of a shame, but Verstappen rounds out the podium. Verline has a fantastic result for the Manor team, but look at the names down there. Hamilton, Ricciardo, Rosberg, Vettel. It's just not the same as real life F1, and I'm going to be honest, it makes it so much more exciting, and yeah, just much better racing. So if you have enjoyed it, do remember to leave a like. So we see the rest of the finishers. Magnussen, after that roadblock, pretty much ended up 18th, so his championship's not going to be looking so pretty. So Verstappen's got the lead still. Hulkenberg jumps up to 2nd, and I'm up to 5th. That's incredible for the 7th best car. We are outperforming our car so much. He's got 2 wins, and we're fighting with the Renaults. I wouldn't have thought that, but if we can do that for the rest of the season, that would be brilliant, and I reckon that would be an incredible battle. The Force Indias, myself battling against my former team. Yeah, that would be just so exciting. I actually can't wait. But as we look at the rest of the non-point scorers, Alonso still hasn't scored. What is going on there, McLaren? No development. We've jumped up to P2. We're only 17 points off the lead. This could be an incredible battle. Oh, I'm so excited right now, as you can probably tell. So if you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next race. Goodbye.